Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. My name is Ron E. Bradley, and joining me today is my very special guest for this vlog, the Reina Creole. Thanks for coming along.
No problem, no problem.
Thanks for the invite from WDW Pro and our special friends.
Yes, very thankful to all of you.
And we hope that wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day. Speaking of the day, as of the recording of this, today is the 6th day of June, 2024. And today's a big day. We get our preview of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We're getting ready to go on the ride. Oh my gosh, the excitement, the anticipation is building up to go on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So come along with us and follow Bradley's Fun!
Here we are at the special entrance for event guests only. We were initially told that the ride was shut down, but it looks like they've got it back up and running again. Thank goodness.
They are still running it today without actually water on the drop. Now there's some water on the drop, but it's not the water that's supposed to be there.
They did a decent job of making this bottom part look like a swampy bayou.
This is where having water that shoots out this way would be nice right now.
But man, it's just so odd seeing the mountains stick out of it. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, you may get wet. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So here we are in the queue, and it is hot, 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 hot. Some fans are set up to kind of cool us down, but theming wise, there's nothing about this that screams New Orleans 1929 to me. Is this Prince Naveen's car? I can't really tell. You can't tell this from the shop. That's a sticker on the front.
We're going into the main entrance. Here we go. Reina Creole's hitting it before me. What do we got here?
Princess Tiana throws Mardi Gras party for all of New Orleans.
How'd they get a lightning lane already? Tiana's Palace. Make your reservation today. So this is only the front building of the queue. Then you can walk back outside.
Ah, the red rocks of the bayou.
One of the signs they replaced. You may get, you will get wet. What do you say may get wet? You're going to get somewhat wet. There's the co-op employee break room. And there's all the rewards.
I will link Lorena's video in the description below so that you can hear more of what she has to say on this as well.
Oh, the beignets.
Hey there, it's me, Tiana. To everybody out there joining and listening, I've been waiting for y'all at the old mill so we can head off and find musicians in the bayou. You know, hot rhythm section really spice things up. They say the greatest treasures are the best hidden.
Oh, here we go. We're going into the salt mine.
We're in the salt mine.
What did I do?
I don't know how I feel about this.
This part of the queue is problematic, borderline offensive.
We are officially walking into.
Hey y'all, when you see me, please keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. Remain seated and supervise as you are in. Let's get good times rolling.
I'll talk more about the salt mines after the end of the video. Reina, how do you feel about the salt mines? Oh boy, we're gonna have some discussions about this.
Okay, so we made it on the ride. I will drop the link to my full POV video below because I'm going to cut through this to just some essential parts that you need to see for this review video. This is the very first lift hill taking you out of the salt mines, again, problematic, into the bayou. And here you pass statues, not animatronics, but statues of Prince Naveen and Princess Tiana in their frog forms that they've changed out of a long time ago. Okay.
Tonight only. Celebration of family and friends of New Orleans.
On the left, a sign from a grocery store, maybe. On the right, a drop hill with no water on it. Okay.
Alright, so here's the first Tiana animatronic.
Hey, there y'all are. Louis is up ahead. Let's join me and find a band for our celebration. To the max.
So we're joining Louis to find a band for the celebration.
And this sign just doesn't look at all right.
Just dancing.
Hello? Any musicians down here who want to jam? The party's about to begin.
There's Laurie. Oh, ow. Oh, that was a rough bump right there. That part of where it's dry underneath. Oh, it's getting dark in here.
This must be the Navi River section.
Oh, we're on the Navi River journey now.
Tiana was right. There are musicians down here and they are working.
For all the supposedly high cost of these animatronics, notice how fast they go by.
How's this?
Oh, there's the homage to Bar Bear. A little Moana in here, dancing water.
Also feels a little like Alice in Wonderland down the rabbit hole.
The lift over.
You got there in no time.
Okay, that was it. I'll see more of this than I did in real life, because my eyes are closed just now. Yeah, there's one. That wasn't very much splash. This used to always give you, like, they had spray coming off of this before, I remember.
Oh, and I've been named you bad boy.
Welcome back.
Grab your belongings and exit to your left.
Well, we just got off looking at the beautiful red rock structures, red clay of the bayou in Louisiana. Well, one thing that's interesting now is because of keeping it in theming, they're using the term employees only at the Southern Dome Salt Company. Let's a better look at the sign. Let's see here.
You will receive that photo after June 10th. I'm so sorry.
Bring home the Bayou. Souvenir photos available inside Tiana Bayou General.
In case they haven't shoved it in your face enough already, they do have hot sauce for sale. Oh, look at that.
So we just got off, but there's all the cast members in line waiting to get on. This concludes your preview of Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Well, we did it. We rode it. There she is. Splash Bayou Mountain.
All right, so we just got off Splash. Sorry, Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Take a while.
I'm just gonna call it Splash Mountain, Splash Bayou. I don't know, whatever. What'd you think, Lorena?
It was a nice little ride. It was a nice little attraction, fun attraction. Nowhere near the thrill level of Splash Mountain, but it was okay.
So I'm gonna have to really think about the ride and let it digest a little bit. My first impression, real simple, is for all the money that they spent upgrading the animatronics, boy, do they go by fast. You just don't really see them a whole lot. The speed of that kind of ride, Tiana's Bayou needed to be much slower of a dark ride.
Agreed.
To really enjoy the story of it, if there was a story. Even if there is a story, you don't really know what it is because it goes by too fast to understand it.
You don't get time to actually truly get the gist of what the story is because the vehicles are going so fast. So they need to kind of slow it down to maybe about a 6 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, we'll talk later.
Over here in the Rapunzel Tangled area, which is just bathrooms, it's themed better than what Splash is now. And from this distance, Splash was so iconic, and now you just have Broccoli Hill.
So, some quick final thoughts before I head back to the studio. I gotta really collect myself to really give a review of the ride. And I'm gonna ride it a few more times before my reviews get really thorough. The biggest thing is they did not need to replace Splash Mountain with this. On its own, a Tiana's attraction using what they used inside of there would have been fine, but the ride needed to be slower to really understand anything anyway, because the animatronics were passing by way too fast. But I'm gonna collect my thoughts. I'll go back to the studio and give you the rest there.
Oh, well, we did it. I made it back into the studio, and I have not melted from the 101 degree heat. My gosh, actually, I think the heat index got up to 105 today. It was crazy. Oh my gosh. Now that my brain is cooled off and I can actually think again, here are some of my final thoughts on this. Is going to be just my first review of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, because in all fairness, I was holding the camera in front of me, and so I didn't really get to experience from that point of view of I'm just riding it just to ride it, right? I was riding it to vlog it for the point of view video, so I have to be fair about that. So the ride itself, as a log flume ride, just on its own, I'd give it a 5. So but I'm taking everything out. I'm not talking about the Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I'm just talking about the log flume experience. 5. As a flume experience, I actually prefer the one at Universal Studios. Is it Dudley Do-Right? It's Ripsaw Falls, I know. But boy, it's the way they have the fall set up and the way you splash at the end. It's really, really, really cool. And then we get to the theming. The theming is completely 100% off for what is supposed to be a mountain. I'm sorry, it just is. The animatronics are phenomenal. A few of them. The Tiana animatronic, the Louie animatronic, they're great. They're very animated. They do not belong in this attraction at all. It is like you took the great animatronics of Tiana and put them in the wrong place completely. Why they didn't give Tiana her own ride and give her own due as Princess Tiana is beyond me. You could have replaced Splash Mountain with some other theme that would have worked in the Frontierland better, and it would have been fine. But a bayou that has a mountain sticking up out of it isn't real, which gets me to, and let me just rate this. I'm going back to my 3 out of 10, as I was for the WDW Pro Show, from the ride point of view with the Tiana animatronics, maybe even a 2. And I say 2, I had to lower it a little bit because you pass them so fast. Even if you wanted to enjoy those scenes in this completely inappropriately themed attraction, you pass by them so fast that you can't even enjoy what is there. So that's kind of crazy. And then the ride slows down in the dark parts where there's nothing but lightning bugs. And so it starts to feel like Navi River Journey in certain points but every time you go by the animatronics, you're going fast. It's really weird, really weird. Going down the hill to Drop Hill, we had no water still, so we didn't get much of a splash, so we didn't get that wet. And then there's the part that makes me lower my opinion way down, and that is the queue. Because in order to create the backstory of some type of a hill, they set this in a fictional version of what is the real Avery Island. Avery Island is where Tabasco is created. There's salt mines there. It's fine today, but it's very problematic in its backstory because it's the literal place where they sent slaves to work in the salt mines. In the 1800s, while slavery was still legal, they sent slaves down into this. They even brought indentured servants from the north. I mean, that's how bad it was to come down there and work. Who knows how bad that got? I wasn't around in the 1860s, but it's bad. It's a bad, bad, bad backstory. It creates huge issues. I'm offended by it. But I know other people that are going to be even more offended by it. I know Lorena Creole was extremely offended by it, especially when you had a perfect opportunity to use a character like Dr. Facilier, who's in the original story of Princess and the Frog, and say this dark magic he used to make it more difficult, for maybe there's frogs in the story, or you've turned into a frog this time, and Tiana's trying to help her. I mean, there's a story that could have been there that they didn't use, and because at least Dr. Facilier has made it harder for you to accomplish your mission by creating a mountain in the bayou that wasn't there before, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, my point is, there's 1,000 different things that they could have done for the story to make this work, and they chose a slavery salt mine. Mind blown. Don't know why. So on that note, I have to lower my score to a 1. I would give this a 0, but the Magic Kingdom needs that water ride, especially in the summer. It's crazy hot. It needs some kind of water ride. So if you can completely ignore the story that's going on, or just pretend like it's some cutesy little kiddie ride, and there's some cute animatronics that you pass, then maybe it's okay. But I'm going to review it again. I'm going to ride it again and see what I think another time. I think my wife's going to love it, just because you can, if you choose, to ignore all that problematic stuff that they put in, and then just enjoy it as a water ride. And if you do that, well, I'm going to give it a 1 on that basis, and that's the best that I can do. So, but it is what it is. For those of you out there that will love this ride, and there will be some, that's fine.
I'm not going to stop you from loving it. If that's your thing, you go right ahead and you do it. And of course, to get away from the heat and enjoy some water splashing on you, hopefully they get all the splashy stuff working right. And if they do, great. And if you enjoy it, great. But as far as I can see, evidence-wise, it shows that I'm probably on the majority side of this thing, wishing that they just had never gotten rid of Splash Mountain. They could have upgraded Splash Mountain. They could have changed it to a different story and given Tiana her own new ride, which would have been amazing. You could have had a nice slow ride down the bayou, passing Tiana's Palace restaurant, smelling the beignets as you go by, and then make it, maybe it's a fancy restaurant you want to eat there later, like Blue Bayou is for pirates in Disneyland. They could have done that, but instead they took the cheap route and did this, throwing some broccoli on red clay hills from Georgia, which, by the way, are still very prominent. You cannot ignore the fact that these red clay hills are right there in your face. Sorry. Sorry if I'm going a little bit overboard, but it is what it is. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming in. Appreciate watching the video. Give it the thumbs up, give it the like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Click that notification bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. Thank you, Reina, for joining me today. Thank you, WDW Pro, for giving us this opportunity. And until next time, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Bye.